Hello everyone. Welcome back. I'm Bumi, and today we are watching Cicada 3301, an internet mystery by the channel Lemmino. I have heard of Cicada 3301 before. While I wasn't following it at the time, I do know that it's basic big ass ARG that spans across the world, but I have seen a lot of other videos regarding this, but I think it's probably not going to be as detailed as what Lemmino has put together here, because most of it was just talking about the craziness of it, and hopefully that Lemmino is going to shed more light on the subject, more information as to what really happened or what this is all about. So yeah, I'm excited to go ahead and watch this. So remember, if you like my reactions, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the video down in the comment section below, and consider subscribing. Once again, I'm calling out for more suggestions on what I should watch next. That being said, let's go ahead and watch the video. Oh yeah, this is way back in 2018.
Just let me know.
On the 4th of January 2012, a user on 4chan posted this image to the site's infamous B or random board.
Whenever 4chan is involved, it's most likely not a good thing.
Challenged users to uncover a message hidden within the image. Unbeknownst to those who stumbled across it, someone had just set in motion one of the most elaborate scavenger hunts the internet has ever seen.
Cicada.
Within minutes of the image being posted, someone discovered that by opening the file using a text editor, an appended string of readable text could be found. The string contained a cipher that, once deciphered, formed a link to yet another image. At first, this appeared to be a dead
Whoops, just decoys this way. Looks like you can guess how to get the message out.
end, but using an application known as OutGuess, users were able to extract hidden information embedded within the first image. The extracted information led to a subreddit, which in turn contained information about the book. The book, along with a code, could then be used to uncover a phone number that, when called, played this pre-recorded message.
Wait, they go through all of that. Well, these are probably made by really good cryptographers then. Because that did not sound easy at all. And whoever cracked that, kudos to you, my guy. That was impressive.
Very good. You have done well. There are 3 prime numbers associated with the original final .jpg image. 3301 is one of them. You will have to find the other 2. Multiply all 3 of these numbers together and add a .com on the end to find the next step. Good luck. Goodbye.
This is getting sketchier by the minute.
The initial image had been reposted all over the internet.
And all of that took one day, of course. 4chan detectives are at it again.
A growing community of armchair detectives sought to unravel this elaborate puzzle, but no one was quite sure what to make of it. What was the puzzle for? Who was behind it? What happens when you reach the end? Some naturally dismissed it as an elaborate joke, while others perceived its complexity as evidence against it being the work of a mere troll.
Yeah, unless if you're really smart, right? I doubt that someone random would spend all this time and effort to go through, make a website, even have phone recording up, go through all the hassle of encrypting a message through a book from a picture. This is not a mere troll. Someone is behind this. I'm guessing it's probably the CIA,
that this could be the work
looking
of some
for
secret society or intelligence agency with the intent of recruiting individuals proficient in cryptography.
That was what I was about to say.
Of course, it was nothing but a rumor. The 2 missing
that's how
numbers
things
mentioned
start, right?
in the recording proved to be the dimensions of the original image. After multiplying the width and height with 3301 and using the product as a web address, users were taken to a website. The website consisted of a countdown as well as an image of a cicada. When the countdown reached 0, the page was updated with a list of coordinates. The coordinates pointed to locations around the globe.
Yeah.
14 locations
This
in
is
5
where
different countries.
I
It was
thought
now up to participants living near the
about
specified
them
coordinates
being around
to
the world.
rise from their comfortable armchairs and venture outside.
So someone had to go to these specific locations to
believed Cicada to be
basically
the work of
put
an
stuff there.
organization now felt their beliefs had been justified. In their opinion, only some international collective possessed the means and resources to create a scavenger hunt of this magnitude.
It's the
This was
Illuminati,
not
my
the work
guys.
of your average troll. No, this had to be something else. At each location was a poster with a cicada symbol.
Yeah,
and a
someone had
QR
to go
code.
around and post
On
this.
the bike shelter over here. See, I got it right there. Oh. You can see the corners. I was excited. I just kind of ripped it off.
The codes linked to an image, the image contained a riddle, the riddle led to a book, and the book led to a website. But here, the puzzle took an unexpected turn. Only a
Now we're
select group
in,
of first arrivals
the
to
dark
this
web.
website were accepted into the final stage of the puzzle. The
Oh.
site eventually closed down with the message, "We want the best, not the followers." The
Makes
finalists
sense.
were also warned not to collaborate with others nor to share the details of this private stage of the puzzle. Well, given that we know this, it's safe to say that not everyone heeded that warning. But those who did presumably advanced through the final stages before reaching the very end of the puzzle.
Will we ever know what the end is? What the reward was?
After nearly a month of silence, an image appeared on the subreddit announcing the conclusion of the puzzle, and just like that, the hunt was over.
Wait, let me see. Hello, we have now found the individuals we sought, thus our month-long journey ends for now. Thank you for your dedication and effort. If you are unable to complete the test or did not receive an email, do not despair. There will be more opportunities. Ooh, have we ever heard from said finalists before?
Cicada had supposedly found the
mean,
highly
after this?
intelligent individuals they were looking for, and whatever happened to them is a bit of a mystery, but more on that in a moment. The complete lack of an explanation was perceived by many as confirmation that the puzzle had been nothing but a wild goose chase intent on wasting everyone's time. After all, questions raised by the original image remained unanswered. What was the puzzle for? Who was behind it? What happens when you reach the end? However, as it later turned out, this was only the beginning.
Second puzzle. They said they would return.
Whomever was behind this intricate game had the foresight to include an authentication code known as a PGP signature along with every clue. This allowed users to verify that an image or message was actually from Cicada, as opposed to some imposter seeking to derail or hijack the puzzle. Cicada had repeatedly warned of such false paths and insisted that any message lacking a valid...
Probably with the popularity that Cicada got, a lot of people were probably vying out to, how do you call this? To piggyback off their success with fake ARG puzzles that either lead to nowhere or some other nonsense.
PGP signature should promptly be disregarded. That's why this image, posted exactly a year and a day after the first, provoked such a frenzy. After a year of lackluster imitations, this image finally matched the official PGP signature. Cicada was back, and it was time for round 2. The second puzzle was not too dissimilar from the first. The image enclosed a message, the message led to a book, the book produced a link, and gradually the puzzle unfolded. At one point, a recording titled The Instar Emergence was uncovered.
Okay, sounds like a good tune. What are the numbers at the back for? Are they prime numbers?
Another clue led to a cryptic Twitter account, which then led to an image. The image proved vital to the progression of the puzzle, but the include...
Yeah, that looks like Nordic runes. Is it not?
Of this runic alphabet would remain a mystery for quite some time. Much like the first puzzle, the second swelled into the physical world when a list of coordinates compelled participants to once again take to the streets in search of enigmatic posters. This time it was 8 locations in 4 different countries. But eventually the trail went cold once again. Another select group of first arrivals had been accepted into a final private stage of the puzzle. Unlike the first puzzle, the second did not conclude with an official message from Cicada. The trail merely went cold, and Cicada vanished once more, leaving us no closer to an explanation.
That's it?
However, this was still not the end.
Okay, so if they took the time to make a third puzzle, they probably already have I mean, the individuals they were looking for from the second puzzle, right? They just didn't confirm that they did.
At the beginning of 2014, it was time for round 3. Once again, the image enclosed a message, the message led to a book, the book produced a link, and suffice it to say, it was more of the same. Except this time, the puzzle seemed to revolve around a strange book. The book was titled Liber Primus, meaning first book in Latin, and was evidently written by Cicada. The runic alphabet...
Okay, so now this is beginning to sound like a cult, a highly intelligent cult. And this is their manifesto or something?
Alphabet uncovered in 2013 finally made sense, as the book was primarily written in runes. Even so, the meaning of the translated pages were cryptic at best. The book consisted of various philosophical and ideological ideas and appeared to be their manifesto. Many have since compared the strange writings to that of a cult. Nevertheless, the book also comprised a myriad of clues and codes. For example, this page advised participants to seek out a website on the deep web, but the site remains undiscovered. Another page led to a website containing yet another recording titled Interconnectedness.
This is interesting.
However, a significant portion of the book has yet to be translated. The runic text on some of the pages appear to be obfuscated by layers of encryption that has yet to be decrypted. Of the 74 pages featuring runes, only 19 have been successfully translated.
Wow. So did 4chan just give up?
Without the launch of a new puzzle, many came to suspect the Liber Primus had to be completed if Cicada was to return. This was more or less confirmed at the beginning of 2016, when Cicada encouraged a re-examination of the book. More than 4 years have now gone by, with minimal progress and near complete silence from Cicada. Questions raised by the original image have gone ignored. What is the purpose of these puzzles? Who's behind them? What happens when you reach the end?
Oh shit. That gave me goosebumps, god damn.
When the initial image appeared on 4chan back in 2012, many assumed Cicada 3301 to be an alternate reality game designed by a corporation to promote a new service or product. For example, Microsoft developed an elaborate ARG back in 2001 to promote the film Artificial Intelligence, and a similar viral marketing campaign was used to promote the release of Halo 2. But the release of subsequent puzzles and the complete lack of commercialization has more or less eliminated that possibility.
Yeah,
if
that
we
makes
choose
sense.
to believe some of the leaked information from the private end stage of each puzzle, then we do gain some insight into who this group might be. For example, at the end of the first puzzle, finalists supposedly received this email. In it, Cicada described themselves as an international group who believe that privacy is an inalienable right. The aim of each puzzle is to recruit like-minded individuals in an effort to develop privacy-conscious solutions. The email then concludes with 3 questions. The PGP signature, which would have confirmed the authenticity of the email, was conveniently removed by the leaker. If a version with a valid signature does exist online, I was unable to find it. But regardless of its legitimacy, I find this question a bit odd. It reads,
Yeah, do you believe that information to be free? Yet the beginning line of this email says, do not share this information. That's either a bit of, well, a lot of irony and a bit of hypocrisy, right?
do you believe that information should be free? Assuming the expected answer is yes, then
There
the
we
very
go.
first sentence, do not share this information, seems a bit hypocritical. While the idea of a secret society recruiting individuals by means of elaborate cryptographic puzzles may seem a bit absurd or even conspiratorial, it's not entirely unfounded. Corporations and governments alike have employed similar recruitment techniques since at least the Second World War. In 2013, the British intelligence agency GCHQ launched a recruitment program known as Can You Find It? Participants had to decrypt a number of cryptograms hidden across the internet, and those who managed to solve the entire puzzle were offered a prize or a position at the agency. Google did something similar with enigmatic billboards back in 2004, and the US Navy launched a near-identical project in 2014. Okay, but then what about the recruits? Why have we not heard from these chosen few? Well, we have. It's just that separating a legitimate finalist from an imposter is
It's
virtually
hard.
impossible. In a 2015 interview with Rolling Stone, two alleged winners of the first puzzle chronicled the events beyond the final stage. After receiving an email from Cicada, they were taken to a forum on the dark web. Here they could communicate with 20-some-odd recruits as well as a handful of established members of Cicada. They were told that Cicada 3301 had been founded by a group of friends who shared common ideals about security, privacy, and censorship. The goal was to work as a collective to develop software applications in line with that ideology. As friends recruited friends, this secret society quickly expanded into a decentralized international organization. The recruits were then tasked with developing software that fit the ideology of the group, and
Are they
members
getting
of
paid?
Cicada would oversee their progress. But without the allure of a puzzle to be solved, the recruits quickly lost interest. By the end of 2012,
That
all
makes
but
sense.
one had left, and a few months later, the site was gone. They never
That makes
heard
a lot
from
of
Cicada
sense.
again.
I mean, they came for the puzzle, so when the puzzle was gone, then they too were gone. That makes a lot of sense.
One of
Unless
the two
if,
winners named
I'm sorry if I'm pausing too much, but unless if they're offered like a lot of cash for their work building applications, they probably won't stick around.
Marcus Wanner later elaborated further in a video by YouTuber Nox Populi. Furthermore, Nox Populi himself claims to be a winner of the second puzzle, so I reached out to him and this is some of what he had to say. After completing the final stages of the second puzzle, Nox Populi received an invitation to join Cicada 3301. However, he was not invited to a website but was instead merely told to be patient. Then, around May of 2013, all communication with Cicada abruptly ceased. This was around the same time as when the website dedicated to the winners of the first puzzle was suddenly taken down. Nox Populi later contacted other winners of the second puzzle to compare notes, and their experiences were identical. In his own words, all the stories were the same. We were invited to join 3301, then something happened, and silence followed a request for patience. Nox Populi supposed that roughly 5
The government's
others
probably
completed
got
the
to
second
them.
puzzle, in contrast to the 20-odd winners of the first. In regards to who or what Cicada is, Nox Populi believes they could be a remnant of the cypherpunk movement of the late 80s and 90s. Essentially a small group of activists advocating widespread use of strong cryptography and privacy-enhancing technologies, but he admits that there is no way to know for certain. If you want a far more comprehensive walkthrough of these puzzles as opposed to my brief overview, Nox Populi has produced a number of videos on his channel which I highly recommend. While these accounts cannot be verified, they do make for a very compelling argument as to what Cicada is. a group of anonymous developers seeking to develop privacy-conscious applications by recruiting talented individuals via cryptographic puzzles. Sure, it is not nearly as exciting as a shadow government seeking world domination or any of the more fantastical theories, but
it's
it is
probably one of the
certainly more
lizard people.
plausible. You have to keep in mind that no part of these puzzles would have required more than one person. The posters are often pointed to as evidence that this must be the work of some international organization, but I beg to differ. I mean, right now, I could use any number of services to hire random persons around the globe to install posters for me.
That makes
Although,
sense.
given that no poster was located more than an hour away from an airport, leads me to believe that one or multiple persons actually traveled to these locations. I mean, some of the posters were found within walking distance of an international airport.
Very interesting.
The fact is that anyone with a disposable income and enough time on their hands would be able to create the illusion of a vast, secret network spanning the globe.
That's true.
I'm not saying that that is the case with Cicada
But-
3301.
But he would have, if it was just an individual, let's say it was just one person with a lot of money, he would have been really good at cryptography to be able to set up all those puzzles, and hard puzzles, mind you, and like give the basically the internet a run for its money. I mean, I think until right now they still haven't solved the book with the runes, right? The manifesto looking one. So yeah, it's we don't know for
But
sure.
it is nonetheless a
is.
possibility that cannot be discounted. With all of that being said, I personally think a loose-knit group of privacy-minded hobby cryptographers to be the most plausible explanation. Cicada made their last public statement in April of 2017, merely warning against disinformation, but the current status of the third puzzle and the possibility of a fourth remains clouded in mystery.
Damn. Man, that was another really good video. Just as I thought, there were more information about the Cicada 3301 mystery that was not present in some of the videos that I've watched, and Lemmino did a really good job again in researching a lot of this stuff. And it is really interesting though how well they could be merely waiting for the third puzzle to be finished. That's why they went silent. Or what I'm guessing is that one of the world governments probably got to them. That's why they just went silent, to be honest. Because you know, a lot of shady stuff happens with, especially with the US. If they get involved in this shit, you know, people are gonna be disappearing if it's gonna lead to like government destabilization stuff. So yeah, even I don't know what I'm talking about now. But yeah, this was really interesting. Cicada 3301, I hope they return again for a fourth puzzle. This time I won't be participating myself. I'm too dumb for that shit. But I will be looking into it more thoroughly now than I have been before, if ever a new legit puzzle ever comes up. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Link to my Twitter is down in the description below. Go ahead and check it out if you want to. And if you're new here and enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know your thoughts on the video down in the comment section below, and consider subscribing. It helps me and it helps the channel grow. We've been growing the last few weeks. We got a lot of new subscribers, so hello and welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying your time here, and as usual, please leave your suggestions on what I should watch next. That said, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.